Hell from the chiefs. Tea Partiers getting bagged by the current president, set to paint him as extremist. And the last Democratic one is all but clueless. Tonight, the Tea Partiers who say both of these guys are gutless. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto, and on a good day for stocks, a bad day for, well, revolutions. They got in, and now the White House trying to get the word out. The White House denying it, but today a report that says the president's advisors are holding secret meetings. The goal, paint the Tea Party as really dangerous and Republicans as even more so. All of this as former President Bill Clinton says the Tea Party is fighting the wrong enemy. He says it ain't the government, it's big business. Reaction now from Tea Party activist Lisa Fritsch and Tom Gatens of the Tampa Tea Party. Lisa, what do you think of that your rage is more broadly focused?
I think it's hard for me to believe that the President, Bill Clinton, thinks that the Tea Party needs to revolt against the private sector. The government is taking a beating to the private sector enough for all of us. The Tea Party doesn't need to do that. The Tea Party, we are the private sector. Why would we take on big business? It's businesses who create jobs that we need to get this economy going. That's a completely misguided statement on his part.
Obviously, Tommy's trying to put a wider spin on your rage, that it includes those who just don't listen, who don't hear you, who don't feel your sense of unfairness. What do you make of that?
You know, Neil, here's the bottom line. It's not private industry that's spent trillions of dollars into debt, $14 trillion. It's not big business that made the deal with the union workers for GM forsaking the bondholders. It wasn't big business who picked and chose which banks were going to succeed and fail.
You know, Lisa, you could look at what's been going on in the corner of Wall and Broad today, and have been a steady stream of positive days in the market that maybe they're onto something and that times are better, they're getting better, the market's looking better, the economy's looking better, so that your rage, Lisa, is misplaced. What say you?
No, it's not misplaced. And the economy doing better, all those things are wonderful. And maybe it is because the Tea Party has gained so much ground and so much momentum that it's doing better. And, you know, Bill Clinton also said he wanted to ask what the Tea Party believed in, if we wanted to repeal the government taking over the student loan industry. Absolutely, yes, we do want to repeal all of those overreaching government programs. And if he wants to really know where the Tea Party stands, I have recommended reading for him and anyone else the Constitution and the Bible. That's the simplicity of the Tea Party, and that's what it's all about. And all of those secondary factors he's worried about, like the big business and whether or not the private industry is taking over the little people, all of those things will fall into place if we get back to the main goal and the founding principles of this country, which lie in the Constitution.
Tom, maybe the former president is trying to triangulate you. He had a very good record of doing that. I want you to listen specifically to how he phrased this, and you guys.
Is being bankrolled by people who want to weaken the government so that there will be even more unaccounted for private concentration of power.
All right, so you're just a mouthpiece for the fat cats. That's what
you know,
well, so be it.
I'm still waiting.
Go ahead, Tom.
I'm still waiting for my Brooks Brothers. I'm still waiting for my Brooks Brothers suit that I was promised by President Obama and Nancy Pelosi. But, you know, Neil, here's the reality. I think you're right onto something about the triangulation. But what needs to be observed here is, so far we're in the Republican primary season, and that's where we've spent our efforts. And we've defeated establishment Republicans in these primaries. In Florida with Charlie Crist, with Marco Rubio's ascension, in Alaska, in New York State. We've done this in many places. The reality is, right now, we've been fighting the Republican Party, not the Democrats. I think they fear the reality that this movement is a tsunami.
And I love this, Tom. Don't you love this language of bankrolling? All of a sudden now the Tea Partiers are we're the party of the rich. Is that what the president is trying to say?
Well, I've been to a lot of your rallies, and if that's bankrolled by rich people, there's got to be some very cheap rich guys. Because you guys, you know. Fact, you don't put out a very pricey spread, is what I'm saying. But having said that,
in fact, Neil, you look at the numbers. Look at the donations to Democrats over the last two cycles from big business. Look at Wall Street. Look at the big financial firms giving to the members of Congress who led on these appropriation committees, on the Finance Reform Committee. What the bottom line is money follows, like money always does, to where it thinks it to be most effective. So right now, the turn in big business may be towards Republican candidates, but that's cyclical and it changes.
We shall see. Guys, thank you very much for coming. We will have you back, no doubt, many times as this battle ensues.